Okay, managing the skills of creating and improving language patterns is really about going back to a time when you've not played well. This will serve you, I always talk about going back to the past if it's going to make you smile, but in this exercise, it's really about going to the past and learning from experience. So go back to a time when you've not played well, as though you're right there. The way to get back to there, just as a reminder, is to ask yourself, notice what you can see, notice what you can hear, notice how it feels to be back in that time. Now, for the specifics of this part of the program of the library, it's about asking, what's the soundtrack of that performance? What's the soundtrack of that performance? What do you say to yourself, or what do you say to others when you are not at your very best? And any words that come to mind, what we're going to do is we're going to delabel them. We're going to reduce the emotion or increase the emotion in other areas. So go back to that time and think about, what's the soundtrack? What am I saying to myself when I'm not at my best? What do others say? Okay, and so here's where we get to change that. It's almost a previous example. It's going from using the word nerves to changing that to energy. It's using the word apprehensive and saying it's a signal to say that I'm ready. I'm caring about my performance. So what we're doing is we're delabeling it. It's changing something from saying I'm on my game to I'm at the top of my game. It's a small shift, but it has a huge impact. But really, the real skill is to notice what's the soundtrack first. That's the first thing you've got to do. You've got to be aware. If you're not aware of what's the conversation that's going on and the ingredients to that conversation, you can't change the quality of the performance that you're making.